Life originates in the soul, which exists in solid and loose forms. Stronger beings have their souls held together in unicity, infusing their unique personality and power. When the body is broken, the link to these souls is severed, exposing the solid soul to the air. When exposed, souls burn like they are on fire. It makes sense then that the 4 Lord souls were found within the first flame. They were the fuel. But if the soul is the source of all life, then what distinguishes the humanity we hold within ourselves? The truth is, even humanity originates from the soul. It's simply a fragment of the dark soul. The mysteries of souls, crystals, and sorceries are deeply intertwined. The more you understand these things, the more control you have over them. Soul sorcery is the art of controlling soul power with knowledge, just like we manipulate fire with heart and instinct, and miracles through faith. The Dragon School of Vinheim teaches and researches sorcery. The great hero of Vinheim is Big Hat Logan, a great sorcerer and teacher to many students. In time, however, he tired from the attention of others and donned a large hat to hide his face, earning him his nickname. Locked away in a cage in Sen's fortress, we first encounter Big Hat Logan.
I have a bright idea. Suppose you set me free. I'm old and empty-handed, but I could repay you with knowledge and sorcery. This place is melting my mind. The inactivity is repressive. I'm saved, and I'd love to resume my travels, but I must log a few things first, and I owe you a favor.
Back at Filing Shrine, Logan treats you like an equal, and offers to teach you all that he knows.
Glad to see you alive. As promised, I will share my sorceries. You really are very diligent.
On your journey, you'll find another sorcerer from Vinheim. Once rescued, Griggs joins you at Filing Shrine as another sorcerer who's in your debt. On the topic of Logan, he says this.
He is a true hero. No, the reason I seek Logan is, well, it's really my own conceit now, isn't it?
This sorcerer of Vinheim seeks Logan simply to prove that he can. It's clear that he admires the man and strives to be like him. After you've proven your worth as a student and learned everything that Logan has to teach, Logan mentions that he has plans to leave. As to where, that's unknown.
Heading out, are you? I too will leave soon. Undead or no, I shan't stay here forever. You have great potential. Don't go and die over nothing.
With his debt repaid, Logan leaves Filing. He tells you his plans, but he doesn't tell Griggs, who is left in the dark again.
Oh, there you are. Just so you know, Master Logan has left on his own again. It seems that he is still determined to find the famed regal archives in Anor Londo. I intend to search for him.
And this is the last you'll ever hear of Griggs. Hope that you never see him again. Sorcery is enhanced by understanding and knowledge. That's why Logan seeks the archives, a place built for Seath the Scaleless, as reward for his help against the everlasting dragons. The knowledge contained there is beyond measure. Seath was born different from his brothers, who were encased in stone scales that made them immortal. Seath was a mutation, an albino dragon who didn't have the immortality his brothers possessed. Driven by jealousy, he betrayed their secrets, and soon after, driven by desperation, he began the search for immortality. Seath created 6-eyed channelers to be his eyes, scouring the archives and other lands for knowledge. He created crystal golems to retrieve trinkets and maidens for his experiments. He does all this, knowing that time is running out. Logan once taught you that life originates in the soul. That's why a crystal homing soul mass draws towards it. Somehow, crystals are linked to the soul, and so, through the power of crystals, Seath finally finds what he's been looking for.
Ah, the secret of Seath's immortality. If you have fought him and were in prison, you must know that Seath is a true undead, different from ourselves. His wounds close promptly, and no mortal blow affects him, granting true insulation from death. It is an effect of the primordial crystal, a sacred treasure pillaged by Seath when he turned upon the ancient dragons. So only by destroying the primordial crystal can you so much as scratch his hide.
Seath's knowledge comes at a price. He finds a source of immortality and hides it away, but something changes. The other lords notice. Seath locks himself away in his archives and stations 2 armored boars in the hallways. Channelers guard the stairways and crystal hollows are scattered throughout. On top of all that, the archives now lead anyone strong enough to a chamber with Seath himself inside. Upon your death, Seath locks you in a cell with a bonfire, knowing that you'll be locked into a cycle within that cell. It's almost like he knew you were coming. But you escape and roam the archives freely. This is where you encounter Logan again. But he's not the same.
Oh, there you are. It's been a while. Or were you just here? This fascinating place defeats my sense of time. But I can't remember the death. He's undead. He was.
The same knowledge that unsettled Seath is affecting Logan. There's some things in the archives that should remain unknown. For the path to true knowledge is cursed, and the fate of the 3 sorcerers in Lordran is something that should be forgotten. The less that is known, the better.